Welcome back to the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit College Frenzy. Can you feel that in the air, Sananda? Can you feel that? There's a nervous energy perpetuating from one end of the course right to the other, as these teams really know it's coming down to the nitty-gritty.
But for many teams, this could be the end. Their dream of crowning their college, the fittest college in India, could very well end here.
But for the ones who go on, they're going to try and go the distance. 9 lakhs up for grabs, and the fastest contestant in our final takes home the all-new Maruti Suzuki Swift.
And on that note, Sananda, next up, Team TMG from Kerala facing the boys from Delhi representing SRCC.
With a hotly contested group, the slightest advantage could have made the difference as Aradhya and Sharaf Ali took to the field. Both athletes blitzed their way through the start, but the hanging doors of Delhi put a spanner in Sharaf Ali's attempt. All Aradhya had to do was pass the obstacle to win the heat, but his arms eventually gave out. Another match starts off with a tie. The pressure was on for both Manuraj and Abu Bakar to give their colleges a lead.
Represented by Manuraj to the table here.
Abu Bakar's first life was quickly cut short on the vertical climb, allowing Manuraj to pull ahead. Abu Bakar couldn't bounce back, leaving the field clear for Manuraj. It was slow going for the rest of the course until Push Your Limits, where he lost his first life and got timed out before his second attempt. Manuraj gives SRCC an advantage.
The pressure is on for Unai. He simply had to win if TMG were to keep their quarter-final chances alive.
Stage, the drama of that previous heat that ended in a tie, though SRCC really should have tried to win it. Can TMG College take advantage of that? TMG on the far side, Unai K. Kambrath. Near side, Pulkit Veer Chowdhury for SRCC.
Well, I expect so much more from Unai, as he's actually a state level, he's a goalkeeper, and he does have strong legs. Actually, both these boys are footballers. Before actually, or rather, Pulkit Veer Singh, once he finished his run in 2 minutes 59 seconds, just shy of the time on circuit, he actually said that he's a footballer, and that actually means greater low body strength.
Well, I'm not sure I was subscribed to that, but if it makes him feel better about himself, go for it. Unai K. Kambrath on the far side there, on the left of your shot. You look at it. Pulkit Veer Chowdhury, who on paper was the favourite for this heat, but once again, this is where we start getting to the implications of having to pace yourself throughout the day's action. This is the second race of the day for these athletes, and at the moment it looks like Unai K. Kambrath is coping with it that little bit better than Pulkit Veer Chowdhury, who had that earlier finish, but you can't find him on the course at the moment. At the moment, it's advantage TMG in this heat.
Come on, Pulkit Veer Chowdhury actually promised me that he's going to keep his body alive and kicking for the next 2 races. Doesn't seem like the case right now, while Unai seems to be doing much better.
Wow, how impressive is this?
Yes, very, very impressive.
That is the most impressive completion, and now just the angle run in the summit, and this would be advantage TMG in a big way. Doesn't need a second invitation. I think he knows Sananda's going to want to talk to him. That would make me climb the summit. A big win for TMG College and Unai K. Kambrath.
Tell me something, how tough is this course really?
This make you the riding positions. Thank you.
Do you have enough energy for the last round? You still have 1 more race to go?
Yeah.
From him, let's see and find out whether he has the chops or not.
While others in that match fell by the wayside, 5 of them to be precise, 1 man powered through. Unai K. Kambrath, take a bow, sir. I salute you, and I'm just checking. 2 minutes 48 seconds, that's what I'm being told. Confirmation to follow, the only finisher. A big, big run from he. So up next, it's that 2-man team from Ramjas College. Make matters worse, they're up against that big team, the Devil Slayers from the South, MCC. Remember poor old Dipanshu Singh earlier in the season going down with that knee trouble. No sympathy, I'm afraid, in terms of the competition. You're not allowed substitutes or reserves. They have to make do with 2.
And so we'll be seeing Sandesh alone on the mat today.
So now we have an interesting situation once more. Unfortunately, Ramjas, as we know, reduced to just 2 competitors with that knee injury to Dipanshu Singh in the first round of qualifying matches, which means Sandesh Rai, 1:47 the fastest time. He registered 1:57. So he's only 10 seconds off the fastest time in the course so far today, and against no opponent with just the finish line in his sights. I think he's got his target.
Oh, we just have to see
beating
Patrick
the top time.
Absolutely. We'll just have to see whether or not that works to his advantage, the fact that he does not have a competitor to compete against. However, like we've pointed out before, this boy has actually been one of those athletes who've been improving consistently, bettering at it, being a better man for it, and whether or not he has a new technique up his sleeve to negotiate the hanging doors. Now, maybe the same technique works.
And tellingly, he's got better at the course the harder it's got, and with more surprises, I'm sure, planned by the organisers as we get to the closing stages. It will be a revamped course, of course, for the quarterfinals and finals. He could just be a dark horse to watch out for when you think of who's going to get to the final and win that brand new Suzuki Swift car. That's the prize that goes to the fastest individual in the final. It's a 6 lakhs prize fund for the team that triumphs in the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit College Frenzy, and he really looks focused today, doesn't he?
Some very, very impressive stuff from Madras Christian College. Sandesh Rai doing it again, and he is certainly a man to watch out for.
I tell you what,
dark horse or not.
He's on course, I think, for a new course record here. That was absolutely stunning. Sananda, let's get him over here. Come over here, bro. Sandesh, come over. There's that brand new Suzuki Swift car, Maruti Suzuki Swift car for the fastest time in the final. Have you got half an eye on that?
Yeah, let's see, but then my main focus is like my team should win.
Listen to that. So if I offered you now, if I said now I could guarantee your team being crowned the College Frenzy champions, or guarantee that you win the car, what would you take?
Obviously, teamwork wins.
Team before cars, and it's a wonderful car as well. That goes to show you what kind of chap Sandesh Rai is. Well done, my friend. Still one more run to come from him today as well.
All the best.
It was now or never for Arun to recapture his form from the first round of qualifiers. Abhishek quickly lost his life on the vertical climb, leaving the field wide open for Arun to take advantage of. He took a stranglehold on the course and nothing could stop him as he easily completed the obstacles, eventually taking the summit.
A big game for the MCC.
As Arpit and Mathan took to the field, they were yet to complete the course, but it's never too late to start. Arpit seemed to be going strong but ended up losing his life on the vertical climb, leaving Mathan with no opposition from that point onwards. It wasn't pretty, but Mathan overcame everything until he hit a brick wall in the form of push your limits, which he couldn't overcome.
So Madras Christian College very quickly establishing themselves as a real force to be reckoned with in this competition, and they are actually up next, involved in a big battle against a side that's already shown they have some tidy athletes in their ranks too. It's MCC against SRCC next.
Aradhya versus Arun. SRCC's hopes hold on a single thread. Aradhya has to deliver a winning performance.
My name is Aradhya Kasera. I'm from SRCC. I'm a US citizen, but my heart beats for India. My life changed for the best when I started competitive swimming in high school. You'll be surprised to know that my inspiration is my grandparents. My grandma, who exercises 3 hours daily. My grandfather won the Mr. Bengal title at the age of 18. I'm very fortunate to have a supporting family. It's been my lifelong dream to compete in the Ironman triathlon, the world's toughest triathlon held in Hawaii every year. This is my first step, and I'm taking it soon.
3, 2, 1.
Arun Pandian for MCC, furthest from the camera, and Aradhya Kasera for SRCC, nearest to us. And Arun Pandian, who finished the course earlier in 2:21, unsurprisingly, is the first to take the initiative.
Oh, he did give us a very, very good run this morning. This seems to be their day. They've made good runs. They've worked as a team. All sorts of problem for Aradhya Kansara there from SRCC College. Just not being able to push through, to power through the vertical climb there, while Arun Pandian making it very, very smoothly across the side travel, getting across to the sliding doors there.
I'll tell you something,
doing it one more time.
If Aaron Pandian can show us an improved time from the 2:21 he set earlier today, that would be a sign that MCC could be a force to be reckoned with in the qualifying stages. We know they've got a special athlete in Sandesh Rai. Mathan Lau flatters to deceive on occasion, but this could be a three-man unit that could progress not just to the quarterfinals but beyond.
Absolutely.
A lot's going to come down, of course, to how these athletes adapt to the changes in the course that will happen between these qualifying games and coming your way for the fastest time in the final. It's no wonder the organisers are making these courses the acid test.
From Madras Christian College, Aaron Pandian here actually wants to become a police officer and might be a pretty good one at that, but before that he will have to prove his mettle at the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit College Frenzy.
Well, he's halfway through Push Your Limits. You can see him in the foreground there. In the background is the man at the moment in vain chasing him, Araja Kasera, who's being held up at the hanging doors. He's on to the second set of rings, but has he got enough strength to get that first incline? Yes, he has. Has he got the momentum to take him through? Yes, he has. Has he got the legs left to beat the angle run? Yes, he has. Can he get the summit at the first time of asking? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. Absolutely.
Big run from Aaron Pandian. Now 2:21.
What is the magic trick behind the fact that you guys are doing so well in this round? Rai, you, and the other one as well.
So behind the scene, we are doing a lot of works like strategy, and then how to do crash,
well, that's
how to
interesting.
face obstacles.
That's interesting. We talked about the strategy. People will be watching this at home thinking, listen, it's just go as fast as you can and get over the obstacles quickly. But are you sharing experiences? You know, you're sharing ways to attack each obstacle.
An exciting battle was on the cards as Pulkit faced off against Sandesh. But it was all too easy for Sandesh as he seized the lead from the get-go. Treating the course like a walk in the park, he gained an insurmountable lead with Pulkit nowhere in sight. With a spring in his steps, he took the last section and won the race for MCC.
That's right. Is he going to complete it? Maybe not his best run, but absolutely fantastic.
Manu Raj looked to take SRCC out of the competition with their heads held high. But he bit the dust early after losing his lives on the vertical climb. Meanwhile, Mathan from MCC was his usual self as he tackled the obstacles slow and steady. But his nemesis Push Your Limits stopped him in his tracks, and despite his best efforts, he couldn't get past it. SRCC denied their victory and their place in the quarters.
The big question really is who will stop their reign. Team Madras Christian College is simply on a rollout on the Devil Circuit College Frenzy here. The only other team that is anywhere even close to these guys are the boys from Delhi Dayal Singh College. Until these two meet, every other team in their way has literally been wiped out from the spectacular course.
50 points for MCC and 40 for TNG are enough to take them on to the next round of competition. SRCC so close but so far away with 30 points, and Ramjash will be lamenting their miserable campaign.